Hi guys and welcome to another video. In a recent Pokemon Legends Arceus trailer, it was revealed that both regional forms and evolutions to previous Pokemon will appear in the game. So in my previous video, I listed the 10 Pokemon I think need to get an evolution in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So in this video, I will list the 10 Pokemon I think need to get an Hisuian form. And of course a Pokemon can get both a regional form and an evolution. But in order to make things more interesting in this video, I won't include any of the Pokemon I included in my last video. And with that said, let's just get into the list. Number 1. Batrat and Voltron. I know this seems like a really weird choice, but there is a trend of giving regional forms to Route 1 rodents. In Sun and Moon, Batrat and Eradicate got Alolan forms, and in Sword and Shield, Zigzagoon and Linoone got Galarian forms, and even got an evolution in Obstagoon. And the reason I chose Batrat and Voltron specifically and not any of the other Route 1 rodents is simply because I think they look the worst, and could improve the most. And the most likely typing for Hisuian Batrat and Voltron would probably be normal Dark type, because both the Rattata line and the Zigzagoon line became normal Dark types in their regional forms. But I also think that could lead to a great design. Voltron and Batrat's really weirdly colored fur could now become black, and their weird eyes would now give them night vision, and now we know they could look much cooler. Number 2. The Legendary Beasts, or Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. In case you didn't know, the tower in Necrotic City burned down 150 years ago, killing the 3 Pokemon that were rated at the time. But then came Ho-Oh and decided to resurrect the 3 Pokemon, making it into the legendary beasts we know. But why won't we get to see their original forms in Pokemon Legends Arceus? In Pokemon Legends Arceus takes place in the past of the Pokemon world, probably more than 150 years ago. And I know there is a popular theory that the legendary beasts were originally the 3 Kanto evolutions, or Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. But I personally don't believe that, because it's never mentioned that Ho-Oh revived any other Pokemon. So why would Ho-Oh only revive these 3 random Pokemon? Unless they were already a legendary trio Ho-Oh was a master of. But still getting revived by Ho-Oh will probably change them a significant bit, or give them new forms. And it's not like Game Freak is against giving regional variants to legendary Pokemon. In the Crown Thunder DLC, we got Galarian forms for Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. And also it wouldn't be that strange for the legendary beasts to appear in Sinnoh, or Hisui as it's known in the past, because they're already pretty well known for constantly roaming around. Number 3. Atkins and Arbor. Atkins and Arbor gained a lot of popularity for being Jesse's signature Pokemon in the first few seasons of the Pokemon anime. But other than that, they haven't been getting a lot of love, so I think they deserve to get Hisuian forms. And before Sun and Moon came out, I saw some fanart for Aurora, Atkins and Arbor, in which they became water poison type, and were based on one of those snakes that are able to swim across water. And I think that would also work great for a Hisuian form, because the center of Sinnoh was always really cold, so it made sense that Atkins and Arbor would migrate toward the shore, and eventually learn how to swim. Number 4. Tropius. Tropius is a Pokemon I really like, but it doesn't seem to get a lot of attention from other fans, or the Pokemon Company, so I think it should get a Hisuian form. And obviously Tropius is a very tropic Pokemon, and Hisui is a very cold region, so I think it could become a grass ice type. And it would lose its wings, and its body would be covered in the needle-like leaves of the pine tree. And the bananas of its neck would obviously be replaced with some other less tropic fruit. And I know Snover and Abomasnow are already grass ice types, but I honestly don't really care. Number 2. Chinchow and Lantern. I love Chinchow and Lantern because they're based on the anglerfish, a really scary and gross looking fish, but they still manage to look really cute and friendly. But what if they didn't? What if in the Hisui region they were forced to live in deeper and more dangerous waters? So in order to adapt, they became more scary and started acting more viciously. And in this form they would both be water dark types. And I really think Chinchow and Lantern should get Hisuian forms, because they have amazing design, but Game Freak has never given them any sort of attention. Number 6. Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon. During Gen 6, a lot of people wanted to see Flygon get a Mega Evolution. It was actually supposed to get one, but the designers couldn't think of any good design for it, so they scrapped it. And I think that's such a tragedy. So Flygon and its pre-evolutions should get Hisuian forms. And the most obvious type for their Hisuian forms would be Bug-type, because they already look like Bug-type Pokemon. But that's also the reason why that'd be a bad type, because their designs wouldn't change that much. And I think a much better typing for them would be Fairy type. Trapinch would be pure Fairy type, and Vibrava and Flygon would be Dragon Fairy types. Number 7. Corphish and Crawdaunt. Corphish and Crawdaunt are perfect candidates for regional forms, because Corphish's Pokédex entries often mention being imported from another region, and that region could be Hisui. And in the Hisui region, maybe they don't live in water, but instead they are land crabs and live on land, so maybe they are ground types. In its original design, the pattern of Crawdaunt's chest heavily resembles a Sharpedo with its jaws wide open. So when it's in deep, dark water, the Pokemon that might otherwise attack it will think it's a Sharpedo, so they'll be scared of it. And unlike something similar in its Hisuian form, maybe its tail heavily resembles the tail of Garchomp's, so when it buries itself in sand, other Pokemon will think it's Garchomp and won't attack it. Well, that actually sounds kinda stupid, but I'm sure the designers of the Pokemon company will be able to think of something better. Number 8. Sunflora. I think only Sunflora should get a Hisuian form, and not Sunkern, simply because I don't think it's necessary for Sunkern to get a regional form. But Sunflora definitely needs one, because its current design is one of the most boring Pokemon designs ever. It's just a sunflower with a face. So in its original form maybe it could become Grass Fire type, but it should definitely have a much more interesting and better looking design. Number 9. Hoot and Noctowl. Every generation has a Route 1 bird Pokemon, and their final evolution usually gets at least slightly popular, well other than a Pheasant, but it has a pretty bad design, so it deserves to get hated on. But Noctowl seems to get forgotten for apparently no reason. Well, most Route 1 bird Pokemon have a 3-stage evolution line, but Tail also doesn't, and it's still pretty popular. And that's a shame, since I think Hoot and Noctowl have more interesting and unique designs than most other Route 1 bird Pokemon. And in the Hisuian forms, I think they could become Psychic Flying type, because that could lead to some really interesting designs. Number 10. Bubo and Crosstalk. Bubo and Crosstalk are two of many Gen 5 Pokemon that just seem to get forgotten, even though they have pretty good designs. So in order to shed some spotlight on them, I think they deserve to get Hisuian forms. And they're actually really easy to give them Hisuian forms, because the rock that Bubo inhabits doesn't actually come with it at birth, but Bubo finds it later on. So it'd be easy to assume that if Bubo lives, for example, in a wooden area, it would just inhabit a log and become bug grass type, or if it lived in a really chilly, icy area, it would inhabit a block of ice and become bug ice type. And that's the list. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe consider liking it, or maybe subscribing to my channel and ring the bell button, so get notified when I upload another video. Also, leave me a comment telling me, what Pokemon do you think should get Hisuian forms in Pokemon Legends Arceus? I'd love to hear your opinions. But that's all I have to say for now, so I hope I'll see you again and bye.